my video blog. Hopefully I've got my technical issues worked out with my lighting, my audio. Fingers crossed, it's a trial and error process, but I'm here. I'm gonna go ahead and do my predictions for the next Ultimate Fight Night coming up on September 17th. We got Nate Diaz versus Josh Neer. I really want Josh Neer to win this. I really think he's not going to. Unfortunately, I like Josh Neer. Nate Diaz has presented a lot of trouble for a lot of people. And I'm not a big fan of the Diaz brothers. Screw them. They're assholes. But you got to do what you got to do. And when it comes down to money, I'm going to go ahead and put my money. I'd put my money on Nate Diaz. Clay Guida versus Mac Danzig. I see Mac Danzig pulling that out. He's a top-level fighter, or not a top-level quite yet. I'd say he's probably a solid B, B+. Maybe, I wouldn't say he's hit the A- range. But he should take that one. Alan Belcher versus Ed Herman. This was a tough call, but I'm going to go with Ed Herman on it. I don't like Ed Herman. I think he's an asshole. But again, we're going to go with Ed. Houston Alexander versus Eric Schaefer. Houston the Joke Alexander is going to be fighting Eric Schaefer. I think Eric Schaefer can neutralize him with ground game and take him out. That's me. I'm going to go ahead on that one. We got Alessio Sakharov versus Joe Vedipo. It's going to be Joe's first time in the UFC, and I'm going to go ahead and say that he's pretty much taken this one. I looked at his record and compared it. Well, looked at some of the fights that he's done, did some analysis. I think Joe has got it. Let's see. We got Wilson Govea versus Ryan Jensen. I'm going out on a limb, and I'm taking Ryan Jensen on this one. Don't know if it's the smartest idea, but I'm going to go ahead and call the fight for Ryan Jensen. We got Joe Lozon versus Kyle Bradley. I don't know why this isn't on the main card. I still hope we can see it. I think Kyle Bradley's being fed to Joe Lozon. I don't know why Joe Lozon isn't on the main card. Hasn't sustained a loss. He's sustained a loss to Kenny Florian, but I mean, what are you going to do? Kenny Florian's a beast. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and give that to Joe Lozon. And you got Jason Brills versus Brad Morris. I looked at the records on these, and I went and I looked at some video on these. I'm pretty solidly convinced that Jason Brills is going to be a big name in the UFC. Give him a year. He's going to take that fight. Brad Morris, I feel sorry for you, but you're gone. Jason Brills, I can't wait to see the future of this guy in the UFC. Drew McFedries versus Mike Macenzio. I'm taking Drew McFedries. That's a tough call. Mike Macenzio could very well take it, but I'm going with Drew McFedries on this one, simply because I think he can neutralize Mike's game and impose his will. We'll see. Dan Miller versus Rob Kimmons. Rob Kimmons takes it, hands down. That's the way it's going to go. You're finding a lot of these guys that are unknowns on this card. There's about 3 or 4 of them that are kind of unknowns on this card that do have lengthy enough MMA records. It looks like what the UFC is doing is taking some of the fighters that they got from their buyout of the IFL and throwing them on the undercards to see if they can perform on the undercards of the fight night and seeing if they can perform. Not a bad idea. It's just that's where you're getting a lot of these names that you probably haven't heard of on this fight night card. Now, with that, I have to deal with another issue. We've got my picks out of the way. I just got a call today from a local radio station, Real Radio 104.1 here in Orlando, that I won Henry Rollins tickets to a Henry Rollins show on September 26th, which is great because I love what I've seen of Henry Rollins. I've only seen about 30 seconds of him on the Jackass movie where he gave someone a tattoo. I think it was Steve-O gave him a tattoo on the back of an ATV. Other than that, I don't know anything about Henry Rollins. But I won 2 tickets, damn it. And I'm going to get rid of them. So, I was like, they called me and they're like, did you apply to win these tickets or whatever, or throw your name in the hat? I did throw my name in the hat. I was driving to school or something one day, and I heard that you needed to text or call a number to put your name in the hat to win these tickets. So I called, and then I hung up, and I didn't think anything of it. Any free lottery that I ever come across, I usually throw my name in the hat, just because what the hell, it's free, and I might get something out of it. So I won Henry Rollins tickets, and I don't know who Henry Rollins is, and I don't know a dang thing about him, so I'm selling them. If you know anybody in the Orlando area that's looking for Henry Rollins tickets, I got 2 tickets to the 2 main 4 tickets to the Henry Rollins show at the House of Blues at September 26th, and there's $60 worth of tickets. I'm getting rid of them for $50. If you don't like it, whatever. We might be able to negotiate. I don't know. Just giving you a heads up. I could use the money, and you might be able to use the tickets. That's all I got. We got shout-outs here at the end of the video. Again, hats off to Evan Tanner. I love you. I can't believe it was you. Damn it. I'm tore up over that one. I really am. I was on the phone with my fiance last night and talking to her. I just let go. But love you, babe, and I'm out. That's today in MMA.